It's just a Libra / Gemini Chabri.
Chabri. So what does that mean?
It's nothing. See, I'm gonna tell you that I ride for who rides for me. I will be your biggest cheerleader. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And I'm your biggest cheerleader. I love who loves me.
Okay.
I ride for who rides me.
That's right.
One thing that I learned about in life is because I'm older, so ain't no put me up on no game when I'm older.
He said I'm 30, but I look 21.
No, I'm 39, but I look 29.
21. Okay.
When you with me, I don't give weird energy. Not to that I love. You know what I'm saying? Not to people that I with. But when be giving everybody weird energy, you gotta look in the mirror and say, you're the problem. If everybody around you is having the same story, baby, they're not the problem. You're the problem. If you my friend, be my friend. But don't be weird and pick and choose when you want to be a friend. That's where I'm at. So I'm into a season where I'm keeping the same energy with every bitch.
It's just TikTok shit. It's not genuine.
It's not a TikTok shit. It's called a characteristic flaw. People have those. And when you see a bitch with a characteristic flaw, you got to know them for who they are and where they are in life. What is this interview about?
You said what?
Stars here. What is this interview about?
You said what?
Don't hide from the camera, you too. What is interview about? You start packing about him getting out of jail. That's not what y'all talking about. That's not what y'all talking about. It's about me. We're talking about everything. You should want to be happy and not listen to what your girls are saying. This to be about D getting out of jail. It is about D getting out of jail. And him rebranding. But instead of him rebranding, y'all talking about Santana. Remember, instead of him rebranding, y'all talking about me. Attached to nothing. So it's that's what both of y'all that we.
Oh, I swerve you. You can never swerve me, you big bag patty whack. Give a dog a bone. Excuse me, Miss Bumpy. Never, ever. I would never stick my dick in you. It's too pretty. And the Spanish poppies deserve it.
Okay, I need that bag.
What are you talking about?
I need to patch myself up. Now y'all gonna let me leave and I'm gonna fuck there.
Now.
Okay.
It's time to go. It's time to go. Clown too. Why the you saying on the thing, making a live about me? I just called his sister today. Dean's supposed to got out. When Dean first got out, who the first person he called? Me. When nobody wasn't supposed to know he was out yet. And when he called my phone, I said, D, hold on. I didn't even say his name. I said, hold on, because I'm on live. I need to mute. No, you wanted everybody to know that you was out, and you wanted it to go through me. When I sat on the phone with you and your manager, your thing was for you to get out. D is supposed to be cooking. He's a chef. He's supposed to get on TikTok and cook. He's supposed to be cooking because he's a chef. You were supposed to get out, cook. All the videos that y'all see of D, after all the lies and cap and Shabrik, then he plugs in his Instagram and his seasons and all the rest of the and it could have kept me on the live so I could have said it in front of everybody. You must be cooking. And then doing story times about you still ain't telling nobody why. Why did you go to jail?
Diddy do it too.
No, hold on, bro.
Man, Diddy's innocent.
No, he's guilty of having parties.
What I mean?
Huh?
What's a party?
That's some shit he ain't supposed to be doing.
Like, what that mean?
What party mean?
That Gene Deal be saying it's coming out with, like, you know what I mean?
Gene
they got towels around their waist.
I'm going to tell you this about Gene. I know Gene has K-Say family.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my bag
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
No, I
like that. Did you miss me, though? For real. Because it seems like a thing.
I miss
his birthday
with
party.
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
I'm saucy Santana.
Nah, stop it.
Stop. Now that we got there.
No, stop.
You the one said maybe the girl, Saucy, and Puffy having parties. Don't act like you didn't say that.
Man,
don't tuck your tail.
They were saying you would with him. They were saying that
Do you know how much?
So weird.
Do you know how much that used to piss me off?
They would. I never believed it, but I know Santana seen it. That's
Girl,
why I
used to be on YouTube like, ew. I'm like, first of all, I don't even pay that. We ain't doing that.
Okay.
We ain't doing that. And Carisha ain't with nothing that's gay, baby. She don't even play that.
Okay.
So it was just like, I'm just like, and that affected me. I'm like, that's corny. Why y'all saying that I'm my best friend? Like, come on, what is we doing?
I mean, but you T, like.
Yeah, but I'm not.
I will with you.
Yeah, but I'm not my best friend though.
Yeah.
Because these is out here.
So I do want to talk
I'm not giving it.
Y'all, the internet is on fire. Saucy Santana's ex just came forward with a jaw-dropping claim about how Santana allegedly contracted HIV. And guess who's being dragged into the mess? Diddy. That's right. What started as messy TikTok drama quickly spiraled into serious accusations, leaked medical records, and whispers of a secret entanglement between Santana and one of the most controversial names in hip-hop. Chef D, Santana's former flame, says he's got receipts connecting the dots, and the timeline lines up disturbingly well with Diddy's darkest rumors. Now the internet is demanding answers, Santana's gone quiet, and people are wondering if this is the missing piece to a much bigger puzzle. They say what's done in the dark always comes to light, and baby, the tea that just spilled might be the beginning of the end for Diddy. Because in a jaw-dropping TikTok live, celebrity chef and ex-con Chef D made an explosive claim. That viral sensation and media darling Saucy Santana allegedly contracted HIV, and he's pointing the finger straight at Sean Diddy Combs. Let that sink in. Chef D didn't just speak off emotion. He hinted that he has receipts, leaked court documents, suspicious medical records, and a timeline that might just back him up. And if these claims hold water, this wouldn't just be gossip. This could escalate Diddy's already mounting federal investigation into full-blown criminal territory. Because if Diddy knowingly exposed others to a life-altering illness, that's not just messy, it's criminal. It all started on a random night when Chef D hopped on TikTok Live with influencer and internet instigator Rosa, who wasted no time stirring the pot. Rosa came in hot, throwing major shade at Saucy Santana and hinting that Santana's public persona is nothing but smoke and mirrors. But the real twist? Chef D and Santana have history. Romantic history. According to Chef D, they were involved before Santana blew up, and he even hinted that their relationship continued after. But Chef D also just got out of prison, and there are whispers that he took the fall for someone higher up. Someone with money. Someone like Diddy. As the live heated up, Rosa suggested that Santana has a pattern of getting close to powerful men, of being protected when things go left, and of leaving chaos in his wake. She accused Santana of using Chef D when it was convenient and ghosting him the moment things got too real. But you already know Santana wasn't about to let that slide. He popped into the live like a hurricane, shutting down the rumors and calling Chef D out for what he says is a desperate attempt at relevance. Santana didn't hold back. He accused Chef D of chasing clout and lying for views. According to Santana, he was the one who helped Chef D after his release from jail, putting money in his pocket and giving him a chance when nobody else would. Then came the mic drop. Santana said Chef D was bitter, jealous, and deflecting from his own secrets. He told viewers to watch who's really doing the manipulating, and who's just mad that the gravy train ran out of steam. But here's where it gets even messy, eh? Because just hours after that live, screenshots started surfacing. Medical records, alleged NDAs, even whispers that the feds are already watching. So if Diddy really is involved, this might just be the tip of the iceberg. Just when the dust almost started to settle, Chef D came back swinging. And this time, he wasn't just talking. He brought receipts. After Santana's fiery clapback, most people thought Chef D would back off. Instead, he doubled down. He went live again with Rosa. And this time, his tone had shifted from emotional to calculated, from defensive to dangerous. He claimed he had proof of everything he said, and he wasn't afraid to use it. I got the pictures. I got the screenshots. I got the messages. Don't play with me, Chef D said, eyes locked on the camera. And then he turned to Rosa, who was right there with him on the live, and showed her something off screen. You could see Rosa's whole face change. First it was confusion, then shock, then that uncomfortable silence where you know something real just hit. Wait, that's him. she asked, clearly shaken. Chef D just nodded slowly, a smug grin creeping across his face like a man holding a loaded weapon. But what were they looking at? Chef D didn't show the camera. He never turned his phone to the audience. But he described it just enough to send social media into a frenzy. He claimed he had photos of text conversations between himself and Santana. Late-night rendezvous. Mentions of treatments. References to someone covering things up before papers got out. Chef D said there were messages about hush money. Mentions of someone high-powered, someone at the top, making sure Santana stayed silent. And then he said it. The sentence that made everyone's stomach drop. I ain't going to say what the diagnosis was, but let's just say it starts with an H and ends with AV. And y'all know exactly who introduced it into the circle. The comments exploded. He talking about HIV? Is he saying Diddy gave it to him? Show the proof. Don't play games. Chef D, drop it or stop it. But Chef D held his cards close. He wouldn't drop the actual images. Not yet. Instead, he hinted that legal teams were watching. That things bigger than the internet were already moving. And just like that, the speculation went nuclear. Was this all a clout chase? Or was Chef D slowly laying the foundation for a bigger expose? One that could drag Diddy into even deeper legal hell? One thing's for sure. If the pictures are real and the allegations hold up, this isn't just gossip anymore. This is evidence. And someone's about to burn. And here's where the story goes from scandalous to terrifying. Because Chef D didn't just stop at airing Santana's business. He dropped a bomb that could flip the entire Diddy investigation on its head. In his third live, Chef D didn't dance around it anymore. He flat out said it. Saucy Santana is HIV positive. And he claimed to have the proof. According to Chef D, someone close to Santana leaked confidential medical documents directly to him. Documents that, if real, confirm a positive status. Chef D says he didn't believe it at first. Thought it was fake. But once he cross-referenced dates, names, and facilities, that's when the puzzle came together. But the real kicker? Chef D didn't stop with Santana. He accused Sean Diddy Combs of being the person who allegedly infected Santana in the first place. Let that sit for a moment. According to Chef D, Santana wasn't just a social climber or a party guest. He was involved with Diddy romantically, behind the scenes, quietly, secretly, and he wasn't the only one. Chef D hinted at a whole circle of young men tied to Diddy through cash, NDAs, and physical favors. He said, quote, "There's a reason y'all ain't never heard Santana talk too reckless about Diddy. There's a reason he pops off on everybody except him. That's because Diddy got him locked. Emotionally, financially, and now, medically. And that's where this stops being a petty TikTok spat. Because if what Chef D is saying is true, then Santana may not be the only one. For years, there have been whispers about Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, coded language, underground locations, no phones, and lots of new faces. People have talked. Artists, models, staff, whistleblowers. Rumors about secret relationships with younger male artists, some of whom vanished from the spotlight as quickly as they entered it. Now, Chef D is connecting the dots. He says those parties weren't just about sex, they were about power. And for some attendees, they may have come with long-term consequences. Consequences that the public never hears about because NDAs and payouts bury everything. What if these medical documents leak? If the federal investigators already watching Diddy get their hands on this kind of proof, then this isn't just a sex scandal. It becomes a criminal health case. Because knowingly transmitting HIV without disclosure, that's a felony in multiple states. And if there's a pattern of this behavior tied to power, money, and coercion, that's RICO-level exposure. What started as a messy TikTok live is now inching into federal territory. The kind of thing that could crack open everything. And Chef D says he's not done. He's just getting started. Now here's where things take a strange turn. Because if you know Saucy Santana, you know he's not the type to bite his tongue, ever. He's made a career out of clapping back, dragging his haters, and setting timelines on fire with slick comebacks and shady one-liners. He doesn't run from drama. He thrives in it. But ever since Chef D made those explosive claims about Santana's HIV status, and drop Diddy's name in the mix, Santana has gone completely silent. Not a peep. No tweets. No Instagram stories. No TikTok responses. Not even a cryptic sub. It's like he disappeared overnight. And trust, people noticed. Because within hours of Chef D's third live going viral, the internet detectives kicked into high gear. Fans began digging through Santana's old posts, looking for clues. One Twitter thread, with over 100,000 likes, lined up the timeline between Santana's alleged diagnosis and his appearances at Diddy's infamous Miami mansion back in 2021. Another TikTok creator pulled receipts showing how Santana suddenly stopped touring for a few months during that same period, citing health issues and mental wellness at the time. Even the outfits changed. Eagle-eyed fans noted that Santana, once known for showing skin and flaunting everything, suddenly started wearing more covered-up looks. Looser fits, sunglasses at night, long sleeves in the summer. All of this, in hindsight, has started to look deliberate. And through it all, Chef D has been taunting, daring Santana to speak up. He's gone live multiple times, each time saying, "If I'm lying, Santana, sue me, drag me, expose me, call me a liar. But you can't, 'cause you know I got the receipts, and you know I ain't scared to show 'em." He's even posted cryptic Instagram stories, things like "silence is loud," and "the ones who stay quiet be the guiltiest." But Santana? Still nothing. The silence is deafening and telling. And now, people are starting to wonder, is Santana scared? Is he being pressured to stay quiet? Or is he holding back because Chef D isn't the only one with receipts? Because if Chef D has the documents he claims to have, if there's even a shred of truth to these allegations, then Santana's silence may not be shame. It may be self-preservation. And in this game of exposure and power, silence sometimes speaks louder than words. To really understand why Chef D's bombshell hit so hard, we've got to rewind the clock back to one of the most telling moments in Diddy's ongoing downfall, his court appearance earlier this year. Because let's be honest, when Diddy walked into that courtroom, jaws dropped. And not just because the mogul who once ruled Bad Boy Entertainment was finally facing the music, but because of how drastically different he looked. Gone was the bulky, cocky, champagne-sipping mogul we were used to seeing. In his place, a visibly gaunt, pale, almost frail version of Sean Combs. He looked exhausted, almost sickly. His face was sunken. His frame had shrunk. His walk lacked the swagger. The glow was gone. The internet noticed immediately. Twitter lit up with side-by-side photos. TikTok sleuths zoomed in on his hands, his neck, his sunken cheeks. Some people chalked it up to stress. Others blamed it on the pressure from the lawsuits and federal investigations. But a growing number of users whispered something much darker, something most were too scared to say out loud. Diddy looked sick, like sick. And this wasn't the first time people had speculated about his health. Behind the glitz and the scandal, Diddy's always been notoriously private. No public medical issues. No hospitalization reports. But over the years, rumors have swirled in the background. Quiet whispers in certain industry circles, unconfirmed murmurs that something was going on. There were the wellness retreats that seemed oddly timed. The unannounced travel to Switzerland, reportedly for treatments. The sudden disappearances from the spotlight. The NDAs. The extreme security. The panic over leaked photos. And now, here comes Chef D dropping the nuclear allegation. Not only is Saucy Santana allegedly HIV positive, but Diddy is the one who gave it to him. Let that sink in. Because if that claim holds even a shred of truth, it flips the entire narrative on its head. That court appearance? That weight loss? That frailty? Could all be connected? Is this the missing puzzle piece explaining why Diddy's been so paranoid, so reclusive, and so desperate to keep his inner circle on lock? It's not just about money anymore, or fame, or power. This could be about exposure in every sense of the word. And if these documents Chef D claims to have actually exist, if Santana's silence is part of some deeper NDA or payout, then this goes far beyond gossip. This could be the key to unraveling one of the most well-guarded secrets in hip-hop. And suddenly, those old whispers don't sound so crazy after all. Let's be crystal clear. The allegations Chef D dropped aren't just scandalous, they're explosive. This isn't just some petty internet beef or influencer drama. If what Chef D is saying is true, this could obliterate whatever defense Diddy is still clinging to in court. Because we're no longer talking about NDAs, secret parties, or blurred lines between consent and control. We're talking about potential health endangerment, willful transmission, and the kind of hidden abuse that could bring federal charges that make everything else look like a warm-up. And let's not forget, Santana's silence speaks volumes. This is someone who never holds his tongue, who will clap back at fans, celebrities, trolls, anyone who comes for him. But now, total blackout. And that silence has the internet buzzing. So the question becomes, is Chef D really exposing the truth? Or is this a perfectly timed revenge plot? Was he hurt, humiliated, and now playing dirty to take Santana down? Or is he the only one bold enough to put the truth out there while everyone else stays quiet, scared, or bought off? Because remember, Chef D claims he has leaked medical records. He claims he has screenshots, dates, and receipts. And he's daring Santana, daring Diddy to deny it. But neither of them has. And that silence? It's getting louder. So what happens next? Will Chef D go nuclear and post those documents? Will more insiders come forward now that someone cracked the dam wide open? Or will this all get buried like so many scandals before? Bought off, threatened, swept under the rug? We're standing on the edge of something massive, and the next move could change everything. Because this isn't just a TikTok beef anymore. This is legal. This is medical. This is dangerous. And if the rumors are true, we're just seeing the tip of what could be Diddy's most devastating reckoning yet. Stay tuned, because something tells me this story is far from over.